Good YouTube, we got a video from Omizi. As always, gonna pre-follow like. We got these fast food CEOs think you are dumb. This is our unemployed news network specialist, Omizi, and I'm referencing, or I said referencing. I am. What is the word I was looking for there? I'm assuming this video is going to be referring to the CEOs making a bunch of like product testing videos, from the McDonald's CEO to the Burger King CEO to the Culver CEO to the Popeye CEO to everyone. Everyone has made a video. As always, it's your main man Sly. Sign on to our channel and provide you some content. Without further ado, just slide right in. Talk to me.
You've heard about it. Here it is. The Big Arch.
I've never focused on the fact that, like, look at his lips. The guy, he's holding everything. It's like dainty, like he could just have these mannerisms, but like he's a boss, so I assume he's had to fire people. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's done tough things in life. So like this type of, it feels like he's afraid of it. That's a real bite.
That's a burger. That is so good.
Right now, America's got a huge problem. No, it's not gas prices going through the roof. No, it's not the inability for the average American to find a good paying job. It's the fact that our fast food has changed. So much so that even our CEOs of these fast food companies won't even take a real bite and swallow of their own fast food.
All right,
He
the moment of truth.
Swallow. Yeah, he does spit it out, I think.
That is so good.
Look, he spits out
Yeah,
the chicken sandwich. Scoop, spit.
You see it right there? You see that right there at the top? That's the food he just ate.
Swoop.
So first, visual appeal is very strong. Can't wait to bite into it. The cheese is nice and tempered.
Quality has gone down while prices keep going up. And as McDonald's introduces a new item to the menu, the Big Arch, should have consulted me for this one. For whatever reason,
Whoa. The funny story about that, I didn't hear anything about it because the video didn't blow up yet. But I walked into a McDonald's and I was like looking at the little digital thing, and like I saw it on the menu and I'm like, bro, what is that? But like I'm a simple guy. I try things, so I'm not like a chicken tenders and fry type of guy. When it comes to establishments, especially if they're not serving like real food, like it's fast food. To me, unless I'm with her with like my girl or something, it's not an experience. Just give me my food and let me go. I get the same joint. So I saw it and was like, oh, let's just get what I normally order.
CEO just can't take a genuine bite of the sandwich. But I'm here to do an actual taste test of said Big Arch to see if it's actually as nasty as they're saying. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please make sure you hit that
I think D Green did a taste review on it. He said it was decent.
subscribe button. It goes a long way for the channel. Now, back into the video. Let me be clear. Every time a fast food restaurant introduces a new item to the menu, it's just some sort of remix of already existing items that make up.
Exactly. Especially because it's fast food. So it's like there's really no reason to like even entertain it. Only brand that I know that does like it well, I guess, kind of Taco Bell. It's still remixing, but like if everything I'm serving is a taco, then like everything is gonna be a remix of a taco. It's not a remix of what's already on the menu. Like they dropped their nacho fries. I think that was like unique. I give them credit there. But like yeah, a lot of times it's just like, oh, we already have this. Let's show you this new thing, and it's just like, oh yeah, we just threw this ingredient up here, and now we gave it a new name.
Other sandwiches on the menu. The Big Arch is two big old fat sloppy juicy patties. Oh my god, look at that cheese.
I like that. That's good protein.
White American cheese, lettuce, and then some special sauce. I think it's just Big Mac sauce. Let me go ahead and take a bite and do what the CEO couldn't do. And that's actually swallow the sandwich. Oh my god, it's mad dry. Now, as you can see, my sandwich bite mad dry, mad flavorless, and
cheese.
honestly, it's like a remix to a Big Mac with some thicker meat patties. Now, as you can see, I took a bite that actually makes an indentation on the sandwich, and I think people are wondering, well, why couldn't the CEO of McDonald's actually do the same thing? Well, that's because he doesn't actually eat the food, and it's abundantly clear. And people were calling him out about this all weekend. In a second video after the introduction of the Big Arch, where he took a tiny bite, he goes back for another bite, an actual bite this time, but people can clearly see that he spits out a bite in his napkin.
Am I literally the only person who caught this when he spits out the chicken sandwich? Look, scoop and swoop. Really? Everyone's talking about the tiny little piss bite he took out of the burger, but look, he spits out the chicken sandwich.
Never mind. You can see his mouth does the spitting emoji. Never mind. I was gonna try to shoot him Bill.
Scoop, spit, swoop. Didn't even eat it.
Now, as somebody with an auntie who can't cook, I know exactly what that move is. You ever had that one relative that your parents used to force you to go over to their house during the school breaks? The one that nobody asked them to bring any sort of food to the potluck, whether it's a family reunion, Thanksgiving, or Christmas celebration. If you don't have that relative, I'm sorry to say your parents were that person. But that's the same place and space that you pick up a move like that. The good old take a bite and then swipe the food out of your mouth while putting it in the napkin and throwing it away later on. A genius way to eat something, but then spitting it out so as to not hurt the person's feelings. But this time, it's a little bit different. Why would the CEO of the #1 burger chain worldwide be spitting out his new product, as he calls it, into a napkin? Even the way how he does some of
the product as like his main verb choice for it was also kind of crazy. People did not fuck with that either.
These burger tastings for his company are super duper performative. Talks about things like visual appeal, tempered cheese.
Not like literally the way he talks like I'm a hater, but like look at his posture. He has decent posture.
New product, as he calls it, into a napkin. Even the way how he does some of these burger.
Look how he's overly like these. It's like he's performatively doing it. Like it hurt. Like, to me, good posture would be like this, like slightly more relaxed shoulders, but like this is here. And personally, I try to visualize like spreading out my lats, something like that. His joints are like in like this and then like this. And then the way he's talking is very monotonous. I don't feel that emotion.
Tastings for his company are super duper performative. Talks about things like visual appeal, tempered cheese, beef notes, and the chicken Big Mac is having a different mouthfeel. Pause. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. There's never been a clearer indicator that somebody doesn't actually consume the product that they put out on a daily basis. That would be like me trying to sell you on videos on this platform without.
To be fair, there's a certain awkwardness to it because he's trying to market this to be like an ad. So he is calling it a product. But at the very least, like, oh, this is our new menu item. I'm gonna try this joint out. See, but that, like, people are gonna think I'm uncouth by saying joint. Like, oh, this is our new menu item, the Big Arch. It consists of, and then like, you're CEO, but like, I'm not R&D, so I would give credit. Like, oh, this is designed by our production team. I obviously looked over it. From what I remember, this has, and now like look at it. Let's do a little checklist. Meat patties, check. 2 different types of cheese, check. Look at the consistencies in there. We also added an extra layer of crunchy onions. If I miss something, I miss something, bro. Make it realistic, bro. Get in there. All right, man. That's enough talk. Let me show you guys what you really came here for. The eating experience you can enjoy when you try our Big Arch in stores. All right. And then just, you know what I'm saying? Eat the food.
Actually watching them afterwards or watching any other videos like mine. The difference here is that these things actually have an impact on our bodies. And us consumers of McDonald's, which don't get in my comment sections lying and saying that you don't eat at the Golden Arches. They don't sell 3 billion.
Okay, some people probably don't though. Let's be real more. It's luxurious.
Cheeseburgers a year without somebody in this chat eating it. We know that he is bullshitting us. And we know that other major corporations are bullshitting us with their food. The CEO of McDonald's will go on to say that he eats at other major corporations.
I need PB had that battery acid right there. That's mainly what I ordered too. I just know it's like bleach or something in that bit. Ammonia.
Corporations are bullshitting us with their food. CEO of McDonald's will go on to say that he eats McDonald's 3 to 4 times a week.
Question recently came in on my Instagram. How often do I eat at McDonald's? I would tell you it's a lot. Probably 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes it might be a breakfast. Sometimes it might be a lunch.
Anybody that describes a McDonald's sandwich by its beef notes lets me know that they don't actually eat there often. You don't have to jerk us around, gang. We know we're eating crap. But that doesn't mean that you need to come and lie to our faces about the crap that we're eating, saying that you do eat it as well. Now you're probably asking yourself, Omar, why is this a big deal? Billionaire CEO of McDonald's not consuming the slop
Playboy billionaire philanthropist
product that we find filling is not the craziest thing in the world. And I would normally say that you're correct, but the strangest thing is it wasn't just the McDonald's CEO who doesn't eat
all
his
these
own
other
food.
CEOs.
It's every CEO of every major burger chain that went out and decided.
They tried to take like the notoriety he was getting, or like the infamy he was getting, because they're like, oh, they don't eat the food, or they food bad. And they're like, all right, bet. If we can spin this, we can then have people know that we eat our food and we're like that. That's like the way they decided to take the spinning of the scenario.
To give on this performance as if they eat some sort of fast food from their establishment that they operate over. But I noticed a very, very, very common theme of every single video that I watched. First, it was Burger King who decided to retaliate, a long-term nemesis of McDonald's. And the bite that the Burger King CEO took, boy,
massive.
His neck muscles must really be hurting.
Shout out Lil Taper Fade.
Only one thing missing, a napkin.
And not to be that guy, but that bite seemed a little performative too. Burger King has a new Whopper, so it would make sense that he would use this as a retaliation tactic. So I decided to go and get said Whopper and see if it was nasty as well. New Whopper with new beef. Already looks and smells like the same sandwich. But when I did go to Burger King, they did have smoke coming out them stacks. So let me go ahead. Just as gross as I remember.
It looked tough.
This time, the Burger King CEO would over-exaggerate on the bite, letting us
This nigga Omar looked disgusted from eating that.
know for a fact that he eats this sandwich every single day. Nobody eats like that, gang. Let's stop it. But it wouldn't just be mommy and daddy McDonald's and Burger King. Every CEO took to the table that makes a burger and decided to put out some sort of informational or make.
And then it became a trend to be like, oh, how so-and-so creator is going to, how so-and-so CEO is going to be when they try their food. So like people who didn't even do it, I don't think Popeyes did it, but people have been making videos on it. Marco, someone I watch a lot on TikTok, made like a parody where he's like, if they try to eat the biscuits, Rod did something about the Arby's joint. So people have been going ham on the trend.
Get very clear that their CEOs actually eat their food. But to me, it actually exposed the flaws in the restaurant industry because I noticed something. Between the unnatural cuts, the over-exaggerated bites, and nobody actually swallowing any of the food, it made me really realize these CEOs and these companies are feeding us slop that they won't even eat.
These fresh, never frozen beef, absolutely.
And I guarantee you, there's no shame behind it, bro. Because in their world of worlds, bro, why would I feel shame and like making bread off this? Like that's how they see it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, they cut corners where they feel they need to cut corners. It's just like was it Elon Musk, bro? It was some billionaire, but they were basically talking about how like they want a lazy worker because a lazy worker will cut corners, but a lazy worker who's truly lazy and truly smart will cut corners in the most efficient way. If you cut corners in a way where you'll get caught, you're cooked. But if you cut corners in a way where you don't get caught, in their world, they make more profits because I put less money into producing this product and I'm getting the same exact outcome. So there's a certain level of like unethicality in what they do where it's like, we could be ethical, but we make less profits. So let's be unethical and spread as wide as we can. And then my family and my kids and my kids' kids and my kids' kids' kids will always have some way to have money.
Wonderful. That's a burger.
But like me, you do what you gotta do. You put investments in certain places. You stay ethical. Once your money is a certain amount, I'm not gonna say I don't need the money, but profits can be cut. But they still have to pay people, so you can't expand too rapidly. Make like a scholarship or something from your business that helps people, or a fund of some kind, and then just keep doing what you do. So it's like your business is not a necessity, but instead of being something that just is known for food, it's something that's known for its impact on communities, not just in good food and smiles, but in providing for other people. Because when you have something like that, if we have to get rid of a restaurant, besides just people talking about taste, if it's like in the future we optimize food and whatnot, people will be like, oh, I want to keep them around. Some investor one day might be like, I've seen the good y'all done. I've seen the heights that y'all reached. We're taking you to the top with us. You feel me? So if you truly want to take like this greedy approach, my mindset is greedy people should still go on the humanity side of things because you win more in the longer run. Going with like the more like giving back type approach than being overly greedy. It's like once you hit a certain threshold of greedy, it passes a point where it's optimal and now you're getting suboptimal gains. When like if you were greedy, you can just tone it down like these and you'll last like 30 to 50 more years. That's a lot. It's a lot of time.
This is exactly the way a great hamburger should be. You got to top it off with the fries and frosty.
CEO eating his burger like he does all the time.
Like he does all the time. Very performative.
The Freddy's original double is a classic.
Freddy's usually eat Freddy's is really good food though. Freddy's is really good food. I went here one time with my shorty. Peak food.
Early lunch, which means the afternoon is for snacking. Here we go. Snack time. So I'm gonna do the Mike's Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. I love an LTO.
Now, it's amazing to me that fast food prices can
That felt
continuously
real,
go
though.
up and the quality of the product has not changed in a
Continue to go
positive way.
down.
If anything, it's gone down. This food is
Yeah.
way worse than it used to be. And that's just me being objective about it. They're not even attempting to fake as though they're doing anything new, dynamic, or anything like that. They're remixing the same slop and they're putting a higher price tag on it. They're not even offering a premium option anymore. And what once was a premium option is now starting to taste like the standard in the restaurant. There was a point of time where the quarter pounder at McDonald's was a luxury hamburger. Same thing with a Whopper
True,
at Burger
yeah.
King. But now all of the meat just tastes the same. It's getting so bad that the people that provide the nonsense to us won't even stand by it for real. This was a bad way to market a new product, to be honest with you. This just showed that these guys weren't real. And this isn't the first time we would see this in the past 8 months. Remember when the Campbell CEO got secretly recorded saying that this food, Campbell soup, is for
I did hear that. Charlie made a video on that, I think.
poor people?
If you look at our pantry, we have
I didn't know he
poor
swore.
people. Who buys our I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what's in it.
He goes on to say that Campbell's soup has 3D printed chicken and he doesn't want to eat that.
Bioengineered meat.
Oh.
I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. Do you?
What? Well, why would I want to eat that, buddy? Why are corporations putting out food that they don't want to eat themselves? Capitalism is the simple answer. They know that in certain spots, in certain areas in the country where the income is low
I don't
and
even wanna
there
eat
is
that.
a food desert, that people really don't have any other options. So why would you give them any sort of high quality or hell, even standard product? You can give them subpar things and they'll still have to consume
get
it
the
because they don't
same,
really have a
yeah.
choice. Now, I am happy to say that in 2020,
I feel like that's such a cornball take. Not like in Omar's dismay, but in his favor. Like, people genuinely had like that type of mindset. Where, like, again, it's like you lose the ethicality. It's just like how people were complaining about how Bam had like something close to 50 free throws with his 80 points. I think it was like 46. And he had, 86? So they're like, oh, it was really just a 40-point game. Making free throws is a part of the game too, but like the points in people's mind are less ethical. So it's like, okay, so boom, you really only shot 40 from the field, which is a good night, but it's not like the best night. So yeah, it's like ethicality. Like, if you're a player who gets most of your points off fouls, like even what James Harden was doing, even what Chris Paul was doing with hand checking back in the day, it's like some people find ways to like bend the rules, and there's a certain limit where people are like, okay, that's acceptable, and there's another threshold where it's like, okay, it's kind of corny, but you're overdoing it. Like, you're cheating at this point, you're hacking, you know, and that's what people are like looking at these CEOs. You have to inflect and look at the fact that they're not even eating their food, and they're marketing to us as yum, yum, yum. Eat it up. Here comes the airport. Like, come on, bro.
26 American fast food companies are struggling. And it's due to a plethora of reasons: high menu inflation, rising labor costs, and operational costs. But there's two other reasons why people aren't going to the fast food places anymore. One, it's a burden to go to fast food places in 2026. Walking into McDonald's, seeing that they've ditched the cashier and decided to put up 2 or 4 monitors that barely work in order to take my order, where I ultimately need to go to the cashier.
That's how I seen the arts, Chuck.
To either pay or get some sort of right customization is annoying. Meanwhile, there are only 2 people in the back slinging between fries, the drive-through, burgers, sandwiches, and all these other things. It's only going to take longer. They've taken the fast totally out of fast food, and it's ridiculous. And then 2, we know more. Having traveled recently, I know what fast food looks like in other countries. And I'm sorry, it's much better than the quality of food that we have here.
Oh my God. And the price is not like worse either. The price sometimes is a lot better. Like, I remember, I think it was Caleb. He posted a video on his Caleb City. He posted a video on his Instagram. He was like at a 7-Eleven in Japan. They like have a smoothie machine, and he made a smoothie or something like that for like $1. Like, this joint is gonna taste better than what you would get. Like, this is something you could do at home, and it's more expensive in theory than if you did it at home. But like, it's not. It truly isn't. $1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was truly $1. I might be over exaggerating, but even if it's like $2. That's cheaper than a lot of, like, if you try to buy something like that here, it would cost like $3 at the size at which he got it. And then there's like the taxes that they put on it and all of that. His price was like final before taxes. And it was fresh. You made it yourself. You know it's going to be good ingredients. No corners were cut. You got your money's worth. That is tough, bro. That's what we look for.
Especially since they've taken the fast out of fast food. Even if it does take some time to sit down and wait for your food to come, I'd rather have that happen than get the nonsense that we get at the fast food restaurants. Other countries get it, and they keep their fast food unique, fresh, different, and tasting good. But not the United States. We're slower, we come with more hassle, and we're even starting to taste the same across the board. The uniqueness is gone.
So a company called Leprino Cheese controls 85% of the cheese in the United States.
I did not know about that. There's a lot of monopolies too. Yeah, like even with gum, Like there's different brands, but they're under the same company. So it's like one. If a company, put it this way, if a company has 100% monopoly over something, they control the standards of it. So if, say, a company had monopoly on all gold across, like, let's say every country or something like that, like they're the leading gold producer, right? They can control the price of gold. They can make gold 10x the prices of gold right now, and you wouldn't be able to complain about it because you can't get gold from anywhere else. But in a market where there is no monopoly, if you're doing 10x the gold and the quality of gold isn't greater, and someone else is doing 2x the gold or 4x the gold or selling it at its original price, I'm going to buy from them every time. You get what I'm saying? They have no incentive to hold themselves accountable or regulate prices when you have a monopoly.
States and provides the same exact mozzarella for Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Little Caesars. Sysco is the largest food supplier in the entire world, providing frozen food that is reheated by over 600,000 restaurants, bars, and other venues. Lamb Weston is responsible for about 80% of the fries for companies like Popeyes, McDonald's, and Burger King. The only difference is in the cut and the oil, but otherwise the potatoes are exactly similar. Even the cheesecake you get from many sit-down chain restaurants like Red Lobster come from the Cheesecake Factory themselves.
So now you've created this generation of people who yearn for nostalgia in every single place, including the fast food industry. They yearn for yellow Wendy's. They yearn for an actual dollar menu. They yearn for when a $5 footlong was actually a $5 footlong and not $15. The fast food industry sucks, and even the bosses and chiefs know it. I will give a shout out to Chick-fil-A because from what I know, they at least have their owner operators and managers and anybody on the corporate side work in their facilities for at least, I think it's like 1 day or 2 days out of the year. That's like a requirement.
I've seen that actually. Yeah, I've seen like the manager. Well, managers work in general. I remember managers, and then there's managers, there's team leads. But like I remember like owners would come and work one of them days. I think it was like the owner's like wife or something that was there, and then the owner himself came, or the other way around. It's like one of them's the owner, but like I guess they could also own it together. They were both working. One of them was in the back, one of them was in the front. So. Yeah, Chick-fil-A, they're ethical hoops. They do some things that's twisted, but they're ethical hoops. As always, that was a fire video from Omeezy. That was these fast food CEOs think you are dumb. I hope you learned something. And as always, make sure you stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. You know what time to see me next. Peace.